Who does Shopify use for payment processing? My name is Maria Sparagus, and I am the founder of DirectPayNet. I help thousands of 7- and 8-figure merchants with their payment processing and increasing conversions at checkout. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about Shopify and Shopify Payments so you can understand the platform and be able to make a better and more informed choice of what is best for your business as it grows, or if you're getting started, what is your best option for payment processing. Now, one thing that is important to understand is that Shopify and Shopify Payments are two different services. Shopify is what enables you to host your store and really gives you features on how to run your store and some different management options for your business. Shopify Payments is what allows you to accept credit cards and credit card payment methods on your store. Now, one thing that is very important to understand is that you can use Shopify as your store's platform and still use another payment processor. You don't have to use Shopify Payments. Obviously, Shopify makes it as easy as possible and quick as possible for you to use Shopify Payments because that is their goal, to ensure that you're using all their products and services. But there are some different situations and different types of business verticals where Shopify Payments is not the best option and can be problematic for your business. And I do understand, obviously, that Shopify as a platform can be a very good thing for some businesses. So you have to keep in mind that you could still continue using Shopify for your business and running your online store and use another payment processor or other payment methods to avoid working directly with Shopify Payments. Now, in case you're wondering, Shopify Payments is simply what we call a white label of Stripe. So it's just a rebrand of Stripe. So essentially, when you are working with Shopify Payments, you're working essentially with Stripe. Now, you can decide to work with Stripe directly, and there could be an advantage to that. For example, if you have a couple of different checkout pages, some that are not hosted on Shopify Payments, you could use Stripe, for example, in your Shopify Payments store, and other checkout pages that may not be hosted by Shopify. So that's maybe one reason you want to work with Stripe instead of Shopify Payments. But if everything is concentrated in Shopify Payments and all your checkout pages and everything that you sell is really based off of Shopify, then you may just want to choose Shopify Payments for ease, because it really doesn't make a difference whether you're using Shopify or Stripe in that case. Now, Shopify Payments accommodates various payment processors, and although they don't advertise this, it's available and the integrations are there. Now, they don't advertise this very simply because they want you to use Shopify Payments. But if you're in a high-risk niche like supplements, or you're selling some kind of digital content or other products that they deem high risk, then Shopify Payments is not your best option. You still may want to use Shopify as your platform, but you can use another integration that they have available in Shopify to integrate your own merchant account and your own payment processor. Now, you will be surprised to know that Shopify Payments actually is integrated to thousands of different payment options. As I said, it's not something that they advertise, but they have a couple of integrations that are available that will open up a lot of different options for you. Now, one integration that's very common in Shopify is called Authorize.net. Authorize.net is a payment gateway. It is a software. It is not actually who is processing your payments. All Authorize.net does is connect your store to a payment processor. So if you plug in, for example, into your Shopify store, Authorize.net, you will need to have a merchant account provider give you a payment processing account so you can be able to process your payments. Now, for example, my company DirectPayNet can help you get a merchant account. We'll plug it into Authorize.net, give you a username and password where you can get an API key, and it will take literally a couple of minutes flat to integrate that into your Shopify store. Now, there are other payment gateways that are available on Shopify. For example, NMI is another popular payment gateway that my company and many other companies in the payment processing space can integrate into. And it's the same type of thing, as I said, with Authorize.net. We can configure this for you, give you a username, a password, an API key, and you can plug this into Shopify and you're good to go. Now, between Authorize.net and NMI gateways, you have thousands of options. I mean, you can work with pretty much any payment processor in the US when you have one of these two integrations. And as I said, Shopify has these integrations. It doesn't matter whether you want to continue using Shopify as your platform, or whether you want to maybe use Shopify for part of your store and then, have different checkout pages for other types of products or services that you're selling. You can use Authorized.net or NMI gateways, and they will be able to process your payments on your Shopify store and anywhere else that you have them. And as I said, payment gateways are simply softwares that facilitate you getting a merchant account. So you can contact myself or somebody in my team at Direct PayNet, or you can find a preferred payment processor and negotiate your fees, negotiate your terms with them, then ask them to accommodate you plugging into Shopify, and they will tell you, hey, we can plug this into Authorized.net or NMI. And then it's really, really very simple, and it's almost as quick as integrating Shopify Payments. So it's fairly simple, and a lot of businesses don't know this. And if you do get shut down or suspended, or you have some issues with Shopify Payments, don't fret. I mean, the number one thing for you to understand as a business owner is if you can't use Shopify Payments and you rely heavily on Shopify, you still have options. You can get your own merchant account, plug it into a payment gateway like Authorized.net or NMI, and then you can continue working with Shopify, just not using Shopify Payments. So this is not something that Shopify Payments likes to say a lot and advertise and so forth. They like to keep you in their sphere using all their products and services. But keep in mind, if you are a high-risk business, or you're selling anything in the health and beauty space, or you've been told, this is a high-risk type of niche and so forth, have yourself, at least a backup to your Shopify Payments account, because it is important in any business to have a backup for, very critical operations in your business. And I would say that accepting credit cards as an online business owner is probably top of your list of important things, because if you cannot accept credit cards, then you are not in business. So it is important, if you are using Shopify Payments, to always have some backup and get yourself set up with a merchant account, and make sure that, the merchant account is working and that you've tested it and so forth. So if things go wrong, you have that option there available for you. And keep in mind, whether you work with Shopify Payments or Stripe, you're pretty much working with the same companies. So it is not a good backup to have a Stripe account to a Shopify Payments account, because, as I said, it is one and the same ultimately, as Shopify Payments is a white label of Stripe. And now, if you're starting your business and this is kind of just, a project that you're starting, you want to have a proof of concept, the easiest thing for you to do is to use Shopify Payments to plug it in and get started and start making your sales and really tweak your business model. Once you get to about $10,000 or more, that's when I think it is very important for you to consider getting a backup, or perhaps even switching to another provider such as Direct PayNet or another merchant processor. First of all, as I said, if you're high risk, you're better off served with your own merchant account, but also you may be able to negotiate better fees, better pricing, better terms. So it is worthwhile for you to venture out of the Shopify Payments world and try to figure out if there's another offer from a payment processor that can better serve your business. Now, if you have any questions on how to switch from Shopify Payments, or how to integrate a different payment processor in your Shopify store, feel free to drop me a line down below. I will definitely get back to you with more information, and somebody from my team or myself will be able to even walk you through an integration and explain how it all works, and even provide you a quote on, how much it would cost and how much you can save by using another payment processor outside of Shopify Payments. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a great day.